Hello guys, this is part 3 of strings series. Now in this part we are going to cover about formatting. Okay. For example, I have the string as var1. This is a string. Now I will see what all methods are there within a string. Okay, just one more thing before that. For example, if I want to change the string, for example, if I get the 0th character and change it to j, is that possible? Let's see. No, this is not possible. Why? Because I told you strings are immutable. You cannot change a single character of a string or replace it with one. So this is what immutability means. You cannot change any character of the string. You can do that but using a replace function. We will cover that now in detail. Let's see what are all the options available. First is capitalized. Let's see what does capitalized does. So what does capitalize does? It is capitalizing the first character. But I think you guys are not like understood. You must have not understood why this happened. So we will change it a bit. So I will write here as just hello world, and I will put a small and h is small. So you can see that the first character is capitalized. So what happened? I declared a variable as hello world, then I ran this dot capitalize. So remember, this won't be changing this string. You need to store it in another variable, and then after that, when I replace this string and print it here, then you can see the first letter is capitalized. Okay, now making it short, we will just copy this and paste it here just to remove this extra line of code. Try to write your code in least possible lines as possible. Okay, now let's see the next function. Next is case fold. Let's see what this does. So you can see case fold, it is not doing anything. Okay, it will just fold your case. For example, if you have capital H here and capital W here, you can see it has just folded the case. So it will change the capital letters to small letters just for testing purpose. Again you will see I am getting the case has been folded. Okay, got it. Now let's see the next option. Let's see count. Count is for counting the characters. Why L gives me only one count? Because we have hello and two capital L's and the one is a small one. Okay, that's why it is giving the count as L only. Okay, we have encode, we have ends with. So these are all functions. Okay, so just most of them are very easily understood. For example, if I use ends with, so this is used to find the strings which will end with what. For example, if I write here word, this will give me boolean output true. What this means, that is this var1 strings ends with word? Yes, it is. So this is true. Now what if I write here as hello? It is false because it is not ending with hello, but it is starting with. Okay, so there is one more function, start with. Sorry for that, I need to remove these two withs. So it is true. So you have seen ends with, starts with, capitalize, case fold. Okay, now let me find few more good functions which you may. This is. So what is means it will return you a boolean value. What is boolean value? It is either true or false. So is lnum means, is this string a alphanumeric character? So it is not. Let's see. It doesn't take any arguments. It is simply like this. So okay, what is this built-in method? So whenever you get this sort of line, this means that you are missing the square brackets to call the round brackets to call the function. You can see this is false because this is only alpha, not numeric. If I write here as 4, now let's see what happens. It is again false. Why? Because space, it has a space, but if I combine this whole string, then it will return me as true. Got it? I hope you understand what is LNUM. Likewise, we have is alpha for all the alphabet characters, is ASCII, is decimal, is digit, is the identifier, is lower. All these functions which are starting with is will return you true or false. I hope most of them are easily understood. Now these join and we will just cover it. Okay. Swap case. Swap case is like simply swapping the case. So small will be capitalized and capitalized will be changed to small letters. This is swap case. Okay, now let's work with some important functions. So let's start with other functions, like for example if I print it is var1 dot encode, this will encode into bytes. So you will use this encode when you're trying to encode or decode a particular stuff, or if you're reading a file. So at that point you might be using this. So it's very important that you should know how does this works. Like find is used to find a index of a particular character. For example, I want to find it as L. Then you can see it will give you 2 as the index at which L is present. Likewise, when I write double L, what will happen? It will give you only the first index the character was found. Okay. Now let's see anything else. Okay, now the two important functions, that is format and format map. So first let's talk about format. For example, if I have 2 or 3 variables, like just say code with, and the third is numen. Okay. So if I want to print all these variables using a particular string, how will I do that? Okay, so the user is like var1 plus space plus var2 plus space plus then var3. You can see, you don't think so this is quite cumbersome. If there are like 10 variables, then it will be very difficult for us to like keep on doing like this. So there should be a small or like a shortcut way for this, and yes, there is. So let's talk about the format. It is simply dot format used here. So if you want to print these variables like this, we will simply pass them like this: 1, as we have 3 variables, 2 and 3. Sorry for this stuff, I accidentally pressed insert key. Okay, then I write here dot format. Okay, so for example, if I say first variable var2 and var3, you can see the output is same, but it is much cleaner and much easier to write. Okay, so if I want to add one more variable here, I will simply use it like this and then press enter the variable here. You can see, so this curly braces is used to put the variable inside this. Okay, so basically these curly braces according to the sequence will replace these variables, right? So one more thing, if I want to like print these variables according to me, not like I don't want to follow this sequence, so what I will do, just let's check that one as well. So this is second way which we can do. We have 3 variables. Okay, what we can do, we can write var3 here, okay, var1 here and var2 here. Oh, this is showing me tuple index out of range. Yes, I have this extra stuff. So you can see I have changed the sequence. So var3 is coming first. So this is how we can use that to change the sequence. Okay. Now, for example, if I want to print a number, let's say var4 is equal to 45.6. Yes, you are right. What we can do is, if I write it like this, it won't work, because when we are using this stuff of using the variable name then value, then we need to pass the value. Okay, so when I pass this, you can see I have got this 45.6. Now one more thing, what if I use point? Okay, then I will write here as 9f. So what does this do? So this is sort of formatting. Okay, so what is formatting? Formatting is if I want to represent a particular thing or particular type of number, if we want to format it here only, like only 2 decimals or 1 decimals, we can use it like this. Okay, so now you can see I have used his 9f here. If I don't use 9f here, it works fine. So what is the use of this thing? You can see 45.6. So this is like if I want to format the number according to me. For example, if I will write here colon, and if I want this to be represented to 2 decimal places, you can see it is 2 decimal places. Okay, now if I want to add some sort of padding, so a padding has been added here, okay, of 10 characters, and this, and now I will write here this. So what does this? This will use these 10 padding characters only to represent a particular number. Got it? So this is how dot format works. Now there is one more way we can do this, is by simply using f. Like instead of writing this whole format stuff, we can change it. So please friends, don't forget to like, subscribe and share my videos.